Hi guys, I wanted to jump on and do a quick video for you. I watched a training from John Eric the other day about Facebook jail and about how not to get onto it. So I just wanted to give you guys a brief overview of what I learned. His was a really long training, but I just wanted to kind of give you a quick bit about it. So basically what Facebook does is they don't want us to promote our businesses on our personal page. They want us to have our business page, and they want us to pay to use that to get the post boosted, and that's how they make their money. So that's why they block our links and do that kind of stuff. And they have something called an algorithm that they use to basically how they show you, how your posts, not everyone sees your posts. Depends on what's in the post, who likes and comments. And there's a big computer term called algorithm that goes along with that. That's what they use to determine whose posts they're going to show you. So usually you only see about 16% of your friends' posts. So if you have 100 friends, that's only about 16 friends who are seeing your posts. And that's on a good day. That's if you don't have a lot of red flags in your posts. So I wanted to tell you what some of the red flags are that he said not to use. Sorry, this thing is crazy. Okay, so basically when we copy and paste other distributors' posts exactly, we use the same pictures and the same wording and everything the same. We just copy and paste it and put it into our own thing. They catch that and they don't show those posts as much. So if you're going to take something that another distributor or whoever used on their Facebook, change the wording around a little bit. Use a different picture, like take a picture of yourself with that product, or if it's a results picture. I mean, you can use it, but just know that Facebook catches those things. They see that they have, they can tell when alike pictures are being used over and over and over again, and they don't show those as much. So you can use them, just know that they're not going to be as visible as maybe something you took a picture of yourself with the product or whatever, something personal. Let's see. So that's a big thing, is exact wording and exact pictures. You don't want to do that. You want to change it up a little bit. So that was one big thing. If you do that, your posts are going to be seen more that way. If you do copy and paste and do everything exact, I believe he said it's only about a 2% chance that your friends are going to see that post. That's about as goes down that low if they see that over and over and over again. Of course, all this is variation, and you never know exactly what it is, but and it depends on the comments and likes and all that stuff too. But in general, that's a good rule of thumb. So and basically he explained it like, if you have 1,000 friends on Facebook, so and those 1,000 friends go and post every day, a couple of times a day, that could be like a couple thousand posts, and you can't really go through all those posts and see them. So that's why they do what they do. They want to put up things that they think you want to see, and how they do that, how they determine that, is your interaction with that person and their interaction with you. So if you're liking and commenting on their stuff and they're liking and commenting on your stuff, and you guys are kind of going back and forth, the algorithm goes, oh, they want to see each other's stuff, so I'm going to put Teresa's post visible to Mary because they talk a lot and they're friends. So that's kind of how they do that. And if it's somebody that you don't ever talk to or never relate with on Facebook, and you never go back and forth, you're not going to see that person's posts. That's why it's so important that you do like and comment those posts, and you want to be thoughtful when you do that. So don't just go and, like a bazillion things. I do that often, I know. People are probably like, oh, Teresa has nothing better to do than like things on Facebook. but I do. So I am going to try to cut that out a little bit. But just be thoughtful when you do what you do, and start a conversation with the person. And that is really how you're going to build that relationship, is to have a conversation with that person. So as often as you can, try to make that happen. If you see something that they're doing that interests you, say something. Just build a relationship, and that's how it's going to work to benefit everyone. You're gonna have more friends, and they're gonna see your posts and like your posts, and eventually get interested in what you're doing. So let's see, what else did I want to talk about? That was kind of a big thing, how it relates to kind of what we're doing. So, and if you post on Facebook and you just post results and befores and afters and join my team and just like your standard it works stuff, Facebook can catch that stuff, especially if there's a lot of it and that's all that's on your page. That's why it's so important to post things that are personal, and put pictures of your kids up there, put what you're doing and what's going on, and just put it in a way that it relates to it works. So wear your shirt, have your green, show yourself drinking your greens, show the products that you're taking. I'm taking my ThermoFit, whatever you're doing, make it personal so that they can see that you're taking the products, you're changing, things are changing for you, you're feeling better, you're whatever it is going on for you personally. And don't just post pictures of, just random It Works pictures. That's not our goal. We want it to be as personal as possible. And I know if you're new and you're just starting out, you don't have a lot of your own stuff, and that's fine. Just like I said, take a picture of you taking your greens. Still do those other things, but try to throw some personal ones in there as well. And don't make every post about It Works. No one wants to see that all day. So just make sure you're putting pictures of things you're doing, and talk about other things that are going on as well, not just It Works, because they will, if someone marks you, say you put up a before and after picture and someone goes on and clicks that they thought it was spam or whatever, It Works can go to your, not It Works, I'm sorry, Facebook can go to your page and say, if someone marked you as putting on spam on Facebook, they can go to that and they can look at it and they'll be like, oh, this person is spamming. They're just putting, their business is just, that's all they have on their page. It's all business stuff, and they'll shut your page down. So you have to be very careful about how you're doing it and what you're doing. You don't want to be like blatant obvious that you're putting your It Works business out there. So just try to think about that when you're posting, because we don't want anybody to get pages to get shut down. And the also, if you are in Messenger, so we always say, messaging is really how you get to talk to people and how you get them interested. You start a conversation with them and see what maybe their needs are or whatever. So, and that's how you build a relationship, and you get distributors and loyal customers. That's just how you do it. You post on Facebook to get them interested, but they're not, most of the time, probably 90% of the time, they're not just going to say, from your post, they're not just going to say, message you and say, hey, I want to buy that or whatever. You actually have to ask them. You have to go into Messenger or however you want to communicate with them, and have a conversation with them. And then at some point, ask them, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? Or would you like to grow your hair and be a product tester? Would you like to be healthier and try out our greens? You have to at some point ask them, because most of the time they're not just going to fall in your lap. You have to talk to people. So, and with that, the John Eric says that also copying and pasting posts in Messenger will also get you put in Facebook jail. So a lot of people say, oh, I message 100 people a day. So obviously you're not going to know all those 100 people. So you don't want to, you will get flagged if you send messages to people that you don't know. Like if you send like 50 messages to people you don't know, you're going to get put in Facebook jail. So just keep that in mind. Don't send a lot of stuff to people that you don't know. You want to communicate with the people that you know and add friends daily. So send messages to people that you do know, but don't copy and paste the exact same message over and over and over and over again. You want to be personal with it. You want to be thoughtful. Use their name and change it up a little bit. It's what you say to Mary, you're not going to say to Joe, So just make sure you're doing that and not just copying and pasting everything, because you will get put in Facebook jail for that. He also said Facebook jail can last anywhere from 7 days to 30 days. So, and you would not have that particular feature that you abused for whatever amount of determinative time. So if you misuse Messenger, say, and they banned you for 30 days, you would not have that feature for 30 days. You could still add friends and be on Facebook and stuff. You just wouldn't be able to use Messenger. So let's see. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. So anyway, you wouldn't be able to use Messenger or whatever feature you were abusing for that amount of time. Also, the same kind of goes for friend requests. If you're friend requesting a ton of people that you don't know, the same thing can also happen. You could get put in Facebook jail. So what he recommends is that you start with, friends of friends, or I can't show you because I'm on here and I'm on my phone. But there is a way to go and just kind of see who. I'm not going to tell you because I can't show you, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, start with friends of friends, people that you might have in common, things like that. Such as, he did mention something that I could probably tell you. So like on the location thing, you could go to, say, like I go to the YMCA. I could click on the YMCA and see who likes some of the things on the YMCA, and then, that maybe they go there, and then I could become friends with them, and just, because we have something in common, we go to the Y, maybe we could work out together or whatnot. I don't know those people, but I can get to know those people. So that's one way to find some new friends without, if you do too many, you'll still get, friend too many people that you don't know, you'll get in Facebook. But that's one way to find people who aren't just random, and that maybe you have something in common with. So at any rate, the best way to do it, though, is, friends of friends, people, acquaintances, people you may have met or seen somewhere or something like that. So start with those people. But he suggests not adding more than 10 friends a day, and not doing more than 15 messages at a time. So just keep that in mind when you're doing that, and you should be totally fine with that amount. And that's basically how we build our business, is adding friends and talking to people. So the more people we can get in front of, the better our chances are going to be that we can make a connection and find someone who needs what we have. So try to always do that. Just keep adding people. And when you meet people, when you're out, just, I know it can be awkward sometimes, but just, if you feel like maybe you talked to them and made a connection, just say, hey, add me on Facebook, or are you on Facebook? And you can add friends that way too. Don't be shy. Most people are like, oh yeah, I'm on Facebook, and they add you right away, and they're totally cool with it. So they're not like thinking you're like creepy or anything, but just be friendly, and most people don't mind at all. Okay, let's see, what else did I want to tell you? Talked about messaging, adding friends. What other things get you put in Facebook jail? Oh, events. So if you do an event, like you're having an online party or whatever, you cannot, when you're in the event, say you're going to go through and you're going to post like each product and whatever, and talk about each product. So you can only post about every 5 minutes, or you will get in a Facebook jail. Used to be you could just, keep posting like right away, like every minute or whatever, and it was no problem. But with these new rules, you can post about every 5 minutes. Otherwise, I've been on parties before where people have gotten locked out of their party because they were posting too quickly. I know it makes no sense, but that's just the way they're doing it. It's all about spamming people and stuff like that. So, yes. So when you're doing an event, make sure you only post about every 5 minutes. So your parties are going to take longer. You may have to readjust what you're saying in the party and your presentation, all that kind of stuff to fit not being able to post, every minute or so, because it will take longer. So you're going to have to readjust what you're doing with that. And let's see what else. I think those are kind of the main things that get you put in Facebook jail. So I just wanted to kind of give everybody a quick little training on that, so you know what's going on and what to expect, so that we don't get in trouble. And if you have any questions on it, just let me know. And if I have the answer, I'll get it for you. I have a lot more knowledge than what I'm saying on here, but you can't remember everything. So, and by the way, what's behind me, let me show you. I don't know if you can see that. Dream board. Have you created a dream board? If you haven't, you should. You should look at it daily so you can have some goals to set for yourself, and just have something to look at that's in front of you and be like, oh gosh, yeah, I wanted to do that. So I need to go out and find some new distributors and customers today because I need to meet my goals. So if you have that in front of your face all the time in a place that you can see it, you're more apt to go out and do what you need to do. And also Steps to Success, that's what I was going to say. If you haven't printed out your Steps to Success, it's in your eSuite. Just search Steps to Success in your document library and print that out. You should print one out every month, and your goal is to fill in those blanks. So 3 distributors, 4 loyal customers every month. When you get one, you write it in the blank, and you keep that in front of you so that you have it to see. So if you look at these things every day, you know, oh gosh, I need to try it. I've got 2 customers and no distributors. It's the 15th of the month. I need to really go focus on finding some new distributors. So, and then you can message people about that. You can start conversations and just try to meet your goals. And when you're out, you can have that on your mind and be thinking, okay, what am I going to do today to help myself get a distributor? So just little tips to keep you guys going. And if you have any questions at all, just let me know. Okay, have a great day. Bye.